And we are live back for another exciting live stream, ladies and gentlemen of Geek Variants. We have Demon Slayer's finale for this season of the Hashira training arc. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, Brent here, back here for Geek Variants, where we cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Demon Slayer's finale. Let's move me into center stage here, and let's talk about all things that are going on with the world of geek that we have currently going on. And friendly reminder for those tuning in post live stream, for those that are tuning in post, we do not show anything of the episode in the frames here. We don't have legal rights, authorities, or permissions in order to do so. So we do not have that at any moment in time. So don't waste your time. If you want to see our episode recap or our thoughts on that, tune in probably for the last 30 minutes of the stream. Also, that being said, we do not encourage or will we encourage anyone looking for free outlets for this. Be sure to pay for your streaming services and enjoy them. That being said, that's enough of this soapbox. Let's talk about all things Demon Slayer. Gotta say, last week's episode was a great episode in of itself. We got to learn more about Guillaume and more about what his struggle really has entailed. This dude's backstory is one of the more tragic ones of all the Hashira out there. He was just out here raising orphans, just living his regular life, helping people survive. And then all of a sudden, one day, he got betrayed by one of the orphans that he was raising, who stayed out late and caused a whole ruckus in everyone's lives to be lost, other than Guillaume's and one child. Guillaume was able to fight off an actual demon with his bare hands. No training, no workouts, wasn't a physically active member of the community. He wasn't someone who was like super well, like he wasn't like this gargantuan human being, but at the same time, he never did any training. And then just all of a sudden, a demon walks into his household and he's blind. He's been blind from jump and literally just bare hands this demon out of this world. That's wild. Because like if we remember things correctly, from Demon Slayer, like early on, we saw even the lower ranked demons were a heck of a problem for everybody. Like if you go back to season one, heck, even season two, people were struggling with lower ranked demons when there was training and when there was weapons available. So for him to just sit here and just go, time to go, and then I'm going to finish this is a little wild. But again, this is why Guillaume is who Guillaume is. He ultimately became. Episode is not here. Episode's not even up yet. Nebula. The episode with going back to Guillaume. Guillaume literally was able to handle his business through all of the situations that occurred and was able to go out and handle his business with an actual demon while fighting for his life without his eyesight. People are like, yo, this guy is just one of one. So you can imagine after joining the Demon Slayer Corps and going through many, many situations that he had to in order to build up his strength, why the rest of the Hashira in this picture here respect this man so dang much. He literally became the strongest Hashira as the oldest Hashira, because he is about a good 3-4 years older than every other Hashira. He is 27 by the time these events are taking place, which is significantly older than what you want to be when you're activating your Demon Slayer mark. Activating that Demon Slayer mark radically shortens everyone else's life. Yes, I do. The episode comes out in 10 minutes. But with everything going on with Guillaume, he earned the respect of each and every member of this corps. Because look, when there was all that infighting, like 4 or 5 episodes ago, the only thing that we knew of and were aware of is the minute this man got even slightly perturbed and then started speaking his mind, everybody, including Giyu, went quiet. Everyone stopped talking and everyone started listening. Which, with how many people we have in this group who tend to be on the more, let's just put it this way, brash side of things, because, like, if you scoot me on over here, yeah, Sonomy, not really known for listening. Snake, Ashura, nope. Gyu kind of follows his own beaten path. Tengen will listen, just how it is. Um, I swear you guys just don't read each other's chats, like, at all. Just so we're clear, the episode is not up. Chanden, episode's not up. Just so we're clear, read each other's chats. 10 minutes. See, Nebula's on it. He understands. We already had this conversation. Just so we're clear, episode is not up. Episode's not up for about 10 more minutes. I come on early to discuss last week's episode, talk about all things geek that are going on. People who come in here and telling me to answer and say, bro, like I'm some kind of puppet. There is a ban hammer, and I'm very happy to go ahead and use it. Nebula, on the other hand, understood. Asked one very direct question, got one very direct answer. We moved on from there accordingly. Keep it going on, guys. Keep it going. This finale is going to be absolutely hype. Nebula's correct. This episode is reportedly, and I got to use the word reportedly because someone said a couple episodes ago we're going to get like 50-minute Demon Slayer episode. That never transpired. We got a 20-minute episode, credits, and then like 3 minutes of Muzan walking last week. Not really what I would call, in any uncertain or certain terms, a 50-minute episode, just so we're all on that absolute same page here. But at the same time, I'm hoping that this is going to be a movie style quality because that's what a lot of the main pages out there are citing. But I'm not seeing anyone citing an actual source saying, hey, Crunchyroll came out and said this, Bones came out and said that. Bones is the one who's doing My Hero Academia. The studio that is doing Demon Slayer is entirely different. Their studio has not come out or come forward and said, hey, this is exactly what we're doing. This is how it's being done. So until I see that, I don't really know. It will release on Crunchyroll within 8 minutes, BLR. 8 minutes on Crunchyroll. Very nice Akaza, by the way. Great background. Always appreciate that. Don't really appreciate him as much because of what happened with, Rengoku, but I get it. I get it. We all like who we like at the end of the day. But this is going to be a fantastic episode to watch. It released on Crunchyroll in about 8 minutes. I don't know if Hulu in the United States will have it, but those are the only two places I would strongly recommend as a paid streaming service to go ahead and take a look at those two places. Any other outlet, I will not strongly endorse. I have finished the manga. I know how everything plays out, but at the same time, I don't like sharing spoilers to those who just come in here and watch only the anime. What's up, Dylan? How we doing? How are we doing? I am doing good. It's always a good day to be hanging out with the Geek Variant community because, look, it's going to be an exciting day. Demon Slayer finale right now, well, about 7 minutes from now, will be dropping. And again, friendly reminder for those, we do not show anything of the episode within the screen frame here. There may be other pages that do that. We do not. We don't have legal rights, permissions, or authorities to go ahead and do so. I'm not going to tease y'all like that. I watch the episode off screen, talk about things as they're transpiring, hang out with you guys in chat, talk about all that good stuff there. And later on today, we have the one and only House of the Dragon episode 3. We'll have a live stream with that with you, the viewers, as well. So today, double stream Sundays, one of my favorite things to do. Very exciting times to have with each and every geek, such as yourselves. So let's all hang out. Let's all have a good time. Let's talk about the animes and the shows that we all know and love. Animations are giving me goosebumps, even though I know what's coming. Yeah, part of me not emotionally ready for it. I don't think most of the anime only viewers are ready for the emotions that they will be experiencing thus far because, well, let's just put it this way. The only one of these Hashira that we have officially lost at this moment in time is Rengoku. And the anime community still hasn't really recovered. So if you start saying, "Hey, insert any of these members could be in grave danger taking on upper rank demons," people are going to be losing their minds collectively. So just going to put that out there. There's a lot coming. The Infinity Castle is easily the darkest arc that we have ongoing here, and it's going to be something super interesting. That being said, let's talk about our boy Zenitsu. And by our boy, I mean Will's boy. He likes Zenitsu. I don't care much for Zenitsu, even though I know how things were absolutely playing out. Yeah, the scenery from Shoto's fight was absolutely crazy. That things went off, things went hard. It was a good time to be had. Zenitsu going from the crybaby, whiny womanizer that he is to all of a sudden deadpan, not eating, super serious, minimal verbiage coming out of this man's lips is a huge change. And if everyone remembers correctly, he wasn't the only one that undertook the Hashira training to be a thunder slash lightning Hashira. He had another student who was going down the exact same road that he was. And if anyone sees my screen going foggy at this point, that's what happens if my computer fan turns on. I still have to figure out how to divert the power correctly so it no longer does this and makes everyone think they're losing me for some reason. I'm still here. But Zenitsu going from going from who he normally is, this absolute joke of a character, to being as intense and as serious and as passionate as he is a huge 180. And doing this 180 would only mean that something absolutely insane has happened. So the fact that there was another member of the Lightning slash Hashira Corps that survived all the training that everyone undertook, and now we're getting the silhouette when they're releasing the Infinity Castle arc. Because they've shown a couple silhouettes of the characters that have been out there. They have the usual Kokushibo, they have Akaza, they have the girl on the guitar, they have uh, Doma, and then they have Muzan. And then there's one more demon whose picture that they have up there. It's a just a black silhouette of a character whose silhouette looks exactly like someone Zenitsu used to know. And after Zenitsu just got this, new inconspicuous male from his bird out of nowhere, it kind of makes you wonder what was in that little piece of information. I've given you guys the breadcrumbs. All the images are up on Google for those who want to go ahead and take a look and be like, hey, this is kind of a little bit of everything going on. Yep. Thank you, Molly. Thank you so much. Always great shout out there. 8:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the United States, or 11:45 Eastern Standard Time for those who are on the East Coast of the United States. I do miss the East Coast food. I will say that much. East Coast food was better than Pacific Coast. Just my personal opinion. Lived on both. However, if I lived on the East Coast, my weight would be probably about 20 or 30 pounds higher. Just gonna put that out there because eating good will definitely put you in that position. No one said it was healthy for you, just that it was good. So we got a lot of good stuff coming today, guys. Episode should be dropping in about 2 minutes. It was about 2 or 3 minutes late last week, but at the same time, I don't really hold it against it. It's Crunchyroll. It's weirder things have happened. I will say that much. Because Crunchyroll it was supposed to have My Hero Academia immediately when the episode comes out. Hulu does, at least in the United States, immediately. Crunchyroll usually about 10 or 15 minutes behind. So the fact that Crunchyroll will probably, I'm going to just assume, and I'm going to call this out here right here and now, will probably crash today with Demon Slayer's finale. I'm assuming a lot of people are going to flood it and it's going to absolutely go down. That being said, the fact it didn't crash during Windbreaker, also a huge step up in them. Because remember last year when we had the Demon Slayer season 3 finale and it absolutely just went straight down. It went immediately. It didn't even hang out all that long overall. So things have been it's slightly improving for them. I'm very happy that it has the quality for everything that Demon Slayer has done this year, even though this is supposed to be a filler arc. has been absolutely fantastic. So I had a heck of a time watching alongside with you guys. Heck of a time really getting to see what this anime really can do when it's fully animated, because it's one thing when you have an anime and it's another when you have the manga. Sometimes the quality rarely will transfer over, but luckily within this case, it has. You can see the love and effort that everyone has put forth on it. The episode is supposed to be up. I'm hitting that refresh button. I'll let everyone know when Crunchyroll officially, excuse me, has that episode coming up so that you guys can be watching alongside me. I'll let you know when the minute marker is for when I'm hitting play so you guys can follow along. And then everyone who's joining the stream subsequently can watch along on their own devices through their paid subscription service. And we can watch all things involving our favorite demon slayers all together in one place at one time concurrently. And then for those who are still hanging out with us, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button or the follow button over on Twitch. Both are free. And we have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up for each and every one of you. A couple eligible winners will be lucky to win some of these prizes. We have more stuff coming on this. This is just but a taste of what we can potentially be having for you, the viewers. That being said, let's get this episode hopefully up here shortly. I really want to dive into this one and see all the goodness that the Demon Slayer core ultimately has for us today. I'm very, very excited. I'm a lot like Nebula is. I'm basically on the edge of my seats. I may be a little less passionate. In fact, I try not to cry on stream. Is it just me, or is it like a little weird when streamers cry on stream? I'm not saying it's wrong. To me, it's just a little interesting. It can't happen to everybody though, because I mean, I don't work streamer hours where it's like you're on stream in front of hundreds of people for except a long, long period of time. But I'm still hitting that refresh button so far. Have not seen anything yet or anything new come forward on it. The episode was supposed to be up about 2 minutes ago. I'm in the same exact boat you guys are, trying to get things going on here. See all that good stuff coming everyone's way. I'm all still saying 7 episodes. Is everyone else just hitting that refresh button as avidly as I am? Want to get to the content? Want to talk about this finale? Because Molly had it absolutely right. It's supposed to be 8:45. We are now looking at 8:47 in the Pacific Standard Time of the good old US of A. Episode is still not up, guys. Episode is still not up. Feel free and let me know in the chat if it drops in your local areas. And I'm just having issues with my Crunchyroll, but as of now, I do not suspect foul play, or I do not suspect that it just has not dropped yet. But I think we're just all kind of here hanging out in much of the same boat overall, as we're all trying to get this episode to finally load on up. Because how do we think Muzan is going to play this? Do we even think there is a chance the master is going to survive their apparently first encounter? Like, can you imagine beefing with someone for a couple hundred years and you have never met this individual once in your life, but you're supposed to know and understand them and their game plan intimately and accurately enough to relay information to your own car? Yeah, it's already up, but the episode itself is not up. So like we're well past that time in quarantine. So we're working on that. Episode has not been released yet. There's not much I can do about when they say the time is supposed to be up and then when it's not out. Because I am in much the same boat. We're about 5 minutes past now. Still no sign of the episode being released. So that is definitely interesting. They could have had some issues behind the scenes getting everything pushed forward, or the fact that Crunchyroll could just be having one of those days where it's going to eventually crash just because of how many people will be tuning in for this. So I'm in the same boat you are, Mason. Where is this episode? Why is it not out already? I know last week was a few minutes late. This week we could be following much the same route as we had before. You watch episode 8 on a paid streaming service. Utej, it's either Crunchyroll or Hulu. That would be your two options I would personally recommend. That's how I know most people watch it within the United States. I don't know where we have for everything else. Nobody is ready for what's coming with Zenitsu. Nobody. Even the people who have read it are not ready, Nebula. No one is automatically going to be ready for this. This is going to be when Zenitsu goes off, it is going to be impressive to see that someone who has mastered one form, one, just the one, is going to go off on all of these people and show them just really what he can do when he is properly motivated. And again, we are 5 minutes past, still no episode. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to sit here and say that, but we'll have people coming in, so I'll address that as things continue to play out for each and every one of us. When released, not yet. Episode is not released yet. So we're working on getting that up there. And friendly reminder for those just tuning in, trying to watch the episode here, we do not have legal rights, authorities, or permissions to go ahead and do so. So watch on your own devices. I'll let everyone know when it drops. I will leave a full message, which will then be hanging out under my face for the duration of the stream. So you can see that when we're watching it and when we are doing the post of everything involving the episode in of itself. I'm still looking at 7 episodes overall for Demon Slayer as opposed to the 8 that is supposed to be dropping. Well, was supposed to be dropping about 6 minutes ago prior. So we're still waiting on the episode itself to come on out. Excuse me. And then I've checked my phone and I have checked both on the computer as well just to see if there's any difference. So far, I have not seen one. So I'll let everyone know when I see it release on Crunchyroll. And if you see it release in your country or your time zone, feel free and share with us that it dropped on that streaming service so we can go in and watch it all together. So we're going to have a really, really good time when it does finally drop. We're all on the edge of our seats. We're all very animated and passionate about getting to this moment in time. I wonder, was there any issue behind the scenes? I'm gonna run into Google real quick, guys. Let everyone know. Oh yeah, CSG episode is in fact late. It is definitely late by all intents and purposes. Demon Slayer season 4 finale release time, just to confirm. Yep, it was supposed to be 8:45 on June 30th, which was today and was 8 minutes ago. So I'm just confirming, just for my own preferences. It could be running a particular. Mason, I'm right there with you. I'm in my feelings about this one. I want this episode to drop now. But again, we're in such a great state of anime right now that I'm not overall too upset that we're seeing this late. It will be worth the wait just for everyone who's, hanging on by a thread here, hoping the episode will release at any moment in time. So I'm right there with you, Nebula. I'm right there with you. I love that people are so hyped that they're coming almost at me about like, hey, why haven't you released the episode? Look, this is the finale for this season, Darth. But at the same time, I totally get it. I hope the Hashira training arc is going to finish strong, and I hope that the movies, when they do it, is going to be amazing. The episode is already supposed to be up, M. Dot. It's already supposed to be up. It was supposed to be up about 10 minutes ago now. Thus far, no such luck. We're just kind of hitting that refresh button. Very, very much so. I think I've gotten very familiar with just the overall patterns and methods to get this episode watched. But thus far, the episode doesn't come up. What's up, Moi? It was supposed to start about 10 minutes ago. I need the episode. Half the episode is just Muzan Ubushiki talking. I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. But with the animation quality that they have put forward, I feel like that would be a rather fitting story. Yeah, everyone in chat is on the exact same boat I am. My heart is racing, waiting for this finale. Because this is one of the few anime that I wasn't originally hyped for when it initially dropped. One of my buddies said, "Look, just be patient, watch it." And then I watched season one, and then it was over from there. Started reading the manga, and now I'm just sitting here waiting for everything to play off with everybody else. Yep. Hey, Kento's got great taste in no Inosuke, my king. Yep, all hail the Mountain King. That's my dude. That is the one of one. He's not known for his intelligence, but we all love him the same. Still have not seen the episode fully released yet, so I will keep everyone in chat who are anxiously awaiting that to be have everything coming up. Yep, we are we're all in the same exact boat here, guys. Where is my episode? You promised me everything. Said to be animated by the best animators, UFO Table. I would not be shocked. They have done amazing things thus far. It's out on Anime Sama. I don't know what that is. Hopefully, it is a paid streaming service because that's the only streaming service we at Geek Variants will endorse. And Kento, yeah, he's smart enough for you. That's all that needs to be said. Everyone likes certain characters for certain reasons. We had someone who had Akaza as their picture, and I was like, that is a very, very unpopular character just because of everything that happened with everything on. Yeah, we at Geek Variants do not support that. However, how the viewer watches is not entirely something we will be actively telling people how to make things be done. We at Geek Variants do not support it. However, Anthony James, I'm right there with you. I cannot wait, but we're continuing to wait. Kokushibo is epic beyond belief. 100% with you right there. Funimation's holding back. They know we're waiting on this one. Oh yeah, yeah. Trying to get that good old Crunchyroll good stuff. Yeah, Inosuke's a goof. He doesn't take anything seriously other than basically eating, which I mean, hey, same. The only reason people like myself anyway, I get excited to go ahead and to, eat first thing in the morning. Otherwise, I am not a morning person by any means or any standards whatsoever. Still have no episode. They're going to continue to tease us well past the time. Zenitsu is definitely now going to be a real man. I want to see that little scene with Guillaume and Musan so bad. Oh, you know exactly where I'm going with that. Because that would be a matchup, and that's something that we're all currently dreaming of going on now. Welcome in. Is that Synath Sai? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. My pronunciation is not necessarily what it should be. Yeah, they gave Muzan the aura he should have. I do think though, if you're an editor, just if we could have Muzan doing a moonwalk back in, so we have that Muzan Jackson thing going on. Just saying, if you made that into a short or a reel, that hit. People will be all over that. My editing skills are not good enough for that. The episode was supposed to already be up, but it's currently not. Chris, welcome on in. It would be amazing just to see, just try and hit him with like Smooth Criminal as it's happening. It would be an absolute banger. People will be all here for it. Welcome in, John. Welcome in, Noah. Welcome in. Nice background. I believe that is my boy of the magical eyes from my current favorite anime going on right now. They are definitely holding the episode back going on right now. Episode, watch it on Crunchyroll or Hulu. It's not up yet on those particular streaming services. He made a Muzan Jackson edit on the episode. Fantastic. I love when people do this stuff. I do love that editing background. However, I can only see so much of it, Darth. It's like, I know people are saying it's going to air on July 6th, but in the United States, we had reported that it would be dropping this week. So it's like, I've been checking Google and all the other amazing places for it. It's supposed to be up. It's not supposed to be a movie. The final arc is supposed to be a movie. The final arc is supposed to be a movie. And we currently have not gotten to that final arc yet. Yeah, it should have been out a while ago. I still see you, Christy. I said hello. Hopefully, you heard that. Want to make sure everyone has the proper attention paid to them when they come on in and leave a nice little comment for us. So, we're hoping this episode will be out shortly, but we're all in the same boat where we are definitely going to be sad. The finale is reportedly supposed to be 3 episodes, and yeah, we should be scared. Episode once again, Crunchyroll and Hulu, paid streaming services, folks, paid streaming services. However, we still don't necessarily have the episode up yet. So they are holding out on us. Starting to wonder where my boy Will is. He was supposedly supposed to be here, but he could have had something happen. So I will shoot him a message real quick. Or probably got busy with something that happens to all of us. Demon Slayer. Let's see what we got here. I have not seen the new trailer yet. Appreciate that, Darth. Appreciate that. Season finale is going to be crazy. It's on a Crunchyroll in French. My goodness. You guys are eating good over there because right now in the good old US of A, I got a whole lot of nothing going on. So trying to work on that. They're going to be holding us here for so much stuff. I'm trying to watch everything. Episode is still not up yet. New trailer. When will it release? It's supposed to have already released. Demon King Tangerine. I see you there. See what you did there. All right, so let me see what we've got here. I'm going to take a look at Hulu real quick, see if it dropped for them, because that is another paid streaming service that has been really good with anime this year. So, yeah, Twitter has got all the leaks right now, but I still wouldn't necessarily trust the accuracy of the leaks until I have seen the episode. So let's see if Hulu even has this. Demon Slayer Hashira. Nope. I don't know. They do not have this season. Okay, that's what I thought. At least in the United States. I know some other places everyone has it. Going to see how we got it. You can watch it on Crunchyroll and Hulu. Those are exactly where I would go ahead and go off on watching those. However, it has not aired necessarily yet. So I'm starting to wonder what in the world is going on with that. Trying to see where we can find this amazing episode when it does decide to finally drop. Oh, there's so many characters. Yep, Crunchyroll. Thank you, Huga Edits. Thank you, everyone who's reminding everyone Crunchyroll and Hulu. Because I'm sure everyone who's been here a while is probably tired of me just spamming that repeat button. Meeting 5 hours for Simpsons Drop. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, we'll all hang out here together, basically holding hands, singing Kumbaya as we all start working on ourselves, making sure. Nope, Eli episode has not happened yet. Nice Rengoku photo, by the way. Really nice Rengoku photo. I've not seen a really good black and white color of that photo, but that's nice. I like that. Always love when people take different takes on very popular things, making it work out here. Autumn, it's supposed to be on Crunchyroll or Hulu so far, not so much. Unfortunately, yeah, let's get that one going on. Crunchyroll and Hulu is exactly where we're supposed to have it on out here. So we're going to have all that amazing good stuff from there. It's supposed to have already dropped. So we're basically waiting for Crunchyroll to have it up here. I'm going to just exit completely out of Crunchyroll, have it refresh itself, and see what we can get coming up here. I doubt it'll make that much of a difference, but we will see how things are being done. So far, no dice. We are still basically in this holding pattern of what we got going on here. Yep, we're going to be hanging out for a good long time. Oh, there's going to be a lot of different stuff going on here. Oh, we've seen people starting to say, hey, we've got episode up. An episode's been released, but except Asian countries. Come on, United States. Let's see what we got here. Because I am still seeing a whole lot of nothing, which is very, very unfortunate. I want to watch this episode for sure. Yep. Okay, M Dot's right there with me. Still not out on a Crunchyroll, and that's exactly where we want things to be. it's definitely fun trying to keep up with every single one of these chats and everything that you guys are dropping. But also, I'm one of those people that will read just about anything that's put in front of chat. So it's not really good here. So we're going to see what's going on. Episode is supposed to be out, but it's not out yet. I'm just keep spamming that refresh button. Hulu doesn't have it in the United States, unfortunately. Hulu in your particular country or region could have this finale. That could be something that would be very interesting for all of us. But at this time, we're still episodeless. I am, for a lack of better term, maidenless in this thing. Hey, what's up, John? Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Always appreciate any kind of subs here. I mean, we are just in this holding pattern for what we have got ongoing for our Demon Slayer, which has been a fantastic anime. Has brought so much of stuff together. Yeah, certain live stream, certain YouTubers. My goodness, I can speak English. I think it's my first language. You think I'd be able to speak it with some kind of episode and some kind of ability here, but turns out, yeah, everyone out here spamming. It's out. Yeah, I haven't seen it on Crunchyroll yet, and until I see it out on my Crunchyroll, I will not be reporting that it is because I don't want to give anyone false information. It was supposed to drop 20 minutes ago, but we're just kind of in here, stuck in this holding pattern, going through what we have here. So we got a lot of good stuff going on right now. Hopefully, we got this episode here shortly. See what we can have here. Who's your favorite Demon Slayer character from Nezuko-chan? I am right there with you with my boy Inosuke. Inosuke is my favorite character by leaps and bounds. I like my character simple, ready to fight, and just going off on everybody and everything to the best of their abilities. Bro, drop stream exactly when the episode starts. No, no. That's just terrible. That would be like the most egregious thing you could do as someone who's a YouTuber is promising something and then never delivering on it. We're not that kind of service. We will have the episode up off screen. So if everyone who's waiting for it to play in the confines of the streams, we don't have legal rights, permissions, or authority to do so. So we will not have the rights to do so. At some point, I would love to be able to be a large enough channel that we could write into Crunchyroll like, hey, we are huge avid fans of the show. We would like to play your stuff on our stream. How do you feel about that? And until we get the go ahead from them, nothing we can really do about right now. This is just supposed to be the end of the Hashira training arc. This is not supposed to be anything else right now. Molly understands the Inosuke hype right in there. Shinobi, Nezuko, Giyu. Giyu, I absolutely do love. My close second is my boy Tengen. He was flashy. The Entertainment District arc was fire. It is going to be crazy to see if he makes another comeback at some moment in time. Unfortunately, my Spanish is not all that good, Nike White. I do apologize if that is not Spanish, but to me it looks like Spanish, so I'm not going to be able to necessarily read that with any sort of accuracy. Zenitsu, a lot of people love Zenitsu. People are absolutely a huge and avid fan of everything going on with Zenitsu, so it's been absolutely everything going on. I don't know when it'll release in Germany. See what we got here. Favorite demon, Doma. Doma's my favorite demon by night and day ahead of everybody else. So I'm very excited to see ultimately where and how accurately they go with Doma and his story, because he is someone that we should all be very, very much worried about at any moment in time. This episode is going to be cinematic as all get out. From Colombia, hola mi amigo, ¿cómo está? That's about the good accuracy I have with my Spanish. Anything beyond that, yo hablo un poquito español para 3 años en mi escuela. Mi español es muy malo. Lo siento, mis amigos. See, I can speak a little Spanish, but like anything good, not really. Least favorite Demon Slayer character is going for me. A lot of people's favorite isn't my least favorite is Zenitsu. He's too whiny, he's too crybaby, but now seeing the change that has taken place in him, it's going to be wild to see how he grows. On the welcome in from the Philippines. Favorite character is still Inosuke, my mountain king, Aiden, my mountain king. Episode, if a lot of people are reporting it's going to be cinematic, so it's going to be fantastic to see how we've got all that going on. See, hold on. Oh, okay. I was trying to keep up with that, Nike. My brain can barely comprehend English at moments in time, so trying to keep up with everything going on with everyone feels bad for Zenitsu, and it's completely fine. He went through absolutely terrible, terrible things. Welcome on in, Rion. Episode when the episode aired last week. Last week it aired like 35 minutes ago. Favorite arc has been the Entertainment District arc thus far, but I have read ahead and I know that the Entertainment District arc is going to get absolutely eviscerated by the quality of the Infinity Castle arc because that is going to go hard when we get there. I've seen the trailer for the Infinity Castle arc. It looks legit. Super excited for it. I have not seen the new Blue Lock movie yet. I haven't actually watched an episode of Blue Lock. Soccer is not necessarily my thing, but it's something that everyone tells me I need to get on because I'm a big sports fan. So I'll probably get to it at some moment in time. I've heard the writing and animation is both crisp and incredible. So episode was supposed to be up, but we're working on just hitting that refresh button, hoping everything is going to be out for it at some moment in time. So it's easy. Let's see what we got here. Trying to read through everybody's chats, make sure everyone is getting heard. Yeah, the trailer was absolutely crisp. It was super nice. Adios, Nike. Adios, muchacho, mi amigo. So we're gonna have a lot of good stuff going on here. So it's going to be an amazing time overall, seeing where things are going. So let's see what we got here. In fun episode. Okay, so they pushed the episode back a little bit. Looks like they have dropped it by a couple hours in the United States. They just released it on Twitter, so that's definitely tragic. Because now they're saying in the United States, from Crunchyroll, they officially tweeted it out a little while ago. The episode will be dropping at 11:45 a.m. Pacific time. So got tons of bad news for all you who are hanging out with us, because that will be another 2 hours going on here. So that's definitely not something that we want to have happen. Demon Slayer is definitely within my top 5 animes, but it looks like we are definitely about 2 hours plus out in the United States from getting everything going on. Welcome in, Yashin. About 2 hours, apparently. The episode was just dropped on Crunchyroll for 2 hours from now. That is the worst information we could possibly get. Why would they absolutely have these information drop just now? Favorite anime right now is Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is exactly where we're at with the best anime overall. Super excited with everything going on with that. So I'm sure a lot of the other streaming services are crashing, especially the paid ones. So going to see how we got going on here. The episode, guys, will be dropping in about 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Why would you tweet that out last second? Crunchyroll, my guy. Why are we teasing this right now? Why we gotta be like this? We've had a consistent time and schedule for everything, and then all of a sudden, nope. Last second, seeing how everything is being done. Favorite character in JJK? Oh, that's a good question. See, I'm currently caught up with everything that's going on with the manga, and I know they're on hiatus. But as far as favorite character, where in the world would I go with that? Like, that's a tough one. Ultimately, seeing where we go with it. Let me take a look. I got my stuff behind me for. I'm gonna go Fushiguro. I've read the manga for this as well. I'm currently caught up with everything that is going on, so wanted to make sure that we have as minimal spoilers as what we got on here. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what episode 8 is going to be out in about 2.5 hours, guys. It was supposed to already be dropped. Let's not spam anything from streaming services that are not paid. I will have to drop the ban hammer, and I do not want to be that guy. We at Geek Variants do not actively support any streaming services that you do not pay for. Friendly reminder, so do not be doing that in the chat. I don't want to be the ban hammer, but I will be more than happy to do so if necessary. The episode will be dropping in about 2 hours. Let me go ahead and pull up the official tweet from Crunchyroll. Demon Slayer tweet. Let's see what we got here. I don't know why we're being like this. You're going to be in timeout for a little while. Let's not spread information like this. We're not doing that here in Geek Variants. We do not support these kinds of things. So apologies, but that's just how things are going to be. Demon Slayer. Yeah, how'd you get that name, one of one? It's like, were you just on their Jump? Because, like, I'm sure a lot of people wanted that name. Crunchyroll Demon Slayer tweet from Google came out 13 hours ago. So we're basically stuck in this absolute worst holding pattern that we can be. So Demon Slayer season 4 finale Crunchyroll tweet. Because it's funny because they didn't update Google with any of this information on Twitter. Do I even have Twitter on this? I think I do. Oh, it's still called X. So that's wild. That's always fun. Let's see what we got here. Everyone's yelling about what's going on with the release date and time. Crunchyroll and is near Demon Slayer Kontanoiba Epic Trilogy. Yep, you guys released that new trailer. Thanks for that. Tower of God Season 2. Let's see what we got here. That was Kaiju. Where's that Crunchyroll tweet? Demon Slayer airs at 11:45. That was 21 hours ago. I wish that had made its round so we couldn't do anything like this at all. Like come in here early, get a nice chat going on, hang out with each and every one of you, and then boom, no episode. So that's embarrassing. That's definitely on us. That's all my bad. So let me pull it up just so I can make sure everyone is seeing the same level of information I've got. And see what we have here. Least favorite character is Zenitsu. A lot of people feel bad for him. I'm not necessarily one of them. But we have right here, inside this frame here, 8th and final episode of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Training arc airs at 11:45 a.m. So they're definitely dropping it later. So they pushed it back. This is Crunchyroll's official Twitter. This isn't like a fake page. It got that verification mark. So it'll be up in about 2.5 hours. I'm still spamming Crunchyroll, hoping that it drops early, but like at this point, it's just a false promise and a false narrative. I do apologize for everyone who has come on and joined up with us, all 158 with you hanging out with us. It's been a fantastic time talking. I'll probably entertain everyone for at least another 30 minutes, but right now the episode is not up at this time. 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just got this information now myself. I'm just as bummed as everyone else is. I'm sure spoilers will be leaking, but at the same time, Pacific Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time would be 2:45 if my math is, a big if, because my math is not always going to see. The episode is going to be 2 hours late, quote unquote, but with the animation quality that everything is supposed to be, it's going to be absolutely hype when it does drop. This will be the last episode of the season, Shining Star. Oh, hey, what's up, Will? How we doing?
What's up, man?
I was wondering why you were like, I'm not gonna be on until the episode drops. I'm like, it's supposed to be dropped. And then you hit me with the Twitter that I wish I had this information yesterday, but I didn't like go ahead and like, look at any of that stuff. So
Yeah, I set an alarm usually to get up an hour before the episode usually is supposed to drop and start looking to see if any information has changed, anything has happened. So then when you message me, I'm like, okay, let me check. So I checked that and I saw that. I was like, okay, let me let you know. So
I can let these wonderful people who came on here. So yeah, the episode's not up, guys. The episode will not be up. So we don't know when the Infinity Castle arc is coming. There's strong reports that'll be some other time. Yeah, 11:45 a.m. is 1:45. Yeah, you may be up for a good long while, Solomon. Darth, uh, is it really up? Because I don't see anything. So don't tease chat like that. Don't give them that false hope that things are going on. And yeah, we're working on getting closer to 1K, Jessica. We're getting closer each and every day. We are getting closer to 1,000. Thanks to you, lovely viewers, and everyone hanging out with us in chat. It's supposed to be 11:45. I'm just going to make a comment and leave it up under me so I don't have to keep spamming the time for everyone who is aware of when that is happening overall. Released for the finale. Yes, I saw the Infinity Castle arc trailer that they did drop on their Twitter. Thanks to Will pointing me in the right direction. Welcome in from India. 1:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is what we gotta have. I've read the manga. I already know how everything ends, but I'm not saying anything for those of what we have going on here. The new season is reportedly supposed to be out next year, but again, the key word there is reportedly. And we know how that goes with a lot of things going on. It could be, those movies with everything going on. So as long as the quality is good, I'll wait for as long as it needs to be in order things going on. Barbados, welcome in. Welcome in. So we got a lot of good stuff just with the episode in of itself. The season has been fantastic. It's been a wild and crazy time overall. But, you know, episode pushed back a few hours, so it's going to be wild. Are you checking out the Infinity Castle trailer? I kind of figured you were going to go ahead and to at least take a look at that, see what we got there, because there's a lot of good stuff that they have. The quality was definitely there. It looked crisp. Philippines, welcome on in, Marlon. Welcome in. So it's very disappointing that this information was brought to light late, but again, that's on me. I should have looked, I should have checked, should have verified. Then I could have just modified the stream time overall for you lovely people who are hanging out with us right here, right now, all 146 of you. But I should probably be changing the name of the title for this stream, as now it's just spreading false information. Episode's not up yet. Official stream later. So there we go. So that let everyone know that I don't want everyone coming in here all this stuff. Schedule stream is already live. Cannot edit schedule. Okay, yeah, cool. I totally understand that. What was that? What was that over there, Will?
oh no, I was just looking at some of the chat, some people talking about some different things, favorite characters, Blue Lock and a few other things. So I actually just went to go see the Blue Lock movie yesterday.
How was it?
It was solid, but they're doing the same thing that most other most like Demon Slayer is doing. Well, My Hero's doing is different. So the same thing that Demon Slayer is doing. Pretty much what it is it's a culmination of episodes. Pretty much it's a bunch of cuts of the season, but they added some stuff in. So you get some stuff in the beginning because the movie's about Nagi. So you get some stuff in the beginning and you get some stuff at the end. A little stuff sprinkled in the middle of stuff you didn't see during the season, but ultimately it's pretty much the season condensed for the most part.
And friendly reminder, I will be dropping Banhammer and everyone dropping free streaming services. We do not endorse those here at Geek Variants for any number of reasons. Just so we're all perfectly clear and so everyone's perfectly warned. Just want to make sure of that. Just so we're clear. Favorite character is Giyu. Yeah, Giyu is a lot of favorite people's characters. A lot of good stuff there. Episode is just not up at this time. That's why I dropped the time. I changed the name of the chat just so everyone is perfectly clear here. So we're all on the same page overall. I don't want to come in here and have, any of that information being out there. I thought this episode was dropping. I genuinely did from the bottom of my heart. So haven't been able to watch that. And then now everyone is just spamming where everything is for everybody else. Don't know necessarily where things are going to be.
Look, yeah, we're watching on Crunchyroll. This is our preferred platform of choice. This is where we're going to be out.
That was the only place that we will watch it, Crunchyroll or Hulu if Hulu has it, but Hulu does not for this season. I think Crunchyroll brought exclusivity rights, at least in the United States, for it. I can't speak for other countries. So a lot of people are yelling it's out. I still don't believe it to be
It
true
is
because it's
not
not
out
available
on
on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, which is where we are looking and holding out. So
It's like Crunchyroll, I have the time directly under my noggin here, 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the United States. So basically, you'll have to go ahead and see where everything is going to be at that moment in time. We do have to use Crunchyroll. We have to use paid streaming services, guys. Paid streaming services are where we are at with Geek Variants. No other form will be used, period. End of that lovely discussion. So hopefully we'll see a lot of you guys when we get the official for everything else going on later because we don't have anything at this moment in time. So United States, I think, might just be in that general holding pattern till for the next 2.5 hours or so. I think we're just kind of stuck in this absolute loop de loop that we're at right here and now. So it's going to be interesting to see how we get everything going overall at this moment in time. But I'm happy you enjoyed that Blue Lock movie.
yeah. I mean, it was solid. So that I definitely still enjoy it when they put it in the theaters and stuff like that. Um, I want to see what else they decide to do because like it's one thing I like about My Hero. My Hero drops a movie, they drop a movie like full on movie. It's not just episodes recut and stuff. It's a full on movie, and I enjoy it for what it is. So it's nice to see that Demon Slayer is going around and they're going to drop 3 movies as far as the art go. Hopefully they're at least 90 minutes apiece. Um, and hopefully they're not just cuts from last one. That's the only thing I'm afraid to see is if when they get ready to drop it and they be like, all right, well, here's the last episode of the last season in the first 20-30 minutes of the movie, and then here's the
With
next
how much
part.
meat and potatoes there are in the Infinity Castle arc, they would be insane for doing so. The runtime would have to be crazy for that. There's so much going on fight wise in the Infinity Castle because I've read the manga. There's no way they're going to be able to just do copy and paste from what they've been able to do with the other movies. So we're definitely going to be waiting just overall on that one. Uh, so I buy my manga. I'm more of a physical copy person. I have Kaiju number 8, which I've been reading for a good minute now. And then I have been reading a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen.
I got the
I have
entire
Dragon Ball
box
Super in the
set
corner.
for Demon Slayer right here.
He just hasn't read it because he's waiting for everything to be done in its entirety, or you're just waiting for the end of this season.
I'm pretty much waiting for the most part. I'm gonna start reading it after this season, and that'll get me caught up to the Infinity Castle arc before it drops. But I'm going to be watching the Infinity Castle arc before I read about it. So
Just the episodes are not out in the United States. Kaiju number 8, yeah, it was incredible. I think they did a great job. A lot of people were definitely having a lot of issues with going on here. This was supposed to be the live stream of it, um, Mr. Singh, but at the same time, the Crunchyroll said, "Hey, we pushed everything out till 11:45 a.m., so we're stuck in a holding pattern." Jess, I thought it was supposed to be here now. If it's out, then why are you here? Because we want to hang out with all the lovely viewers, and that's why we're here, to hang out with all the lovely viewers. I changed the name of the stream. Episode's not up yet. Official stream out later, so everyone can kind of go ahead and move on at that moment in time. So we're just going to go ahead and wait for our paid streaming service Crunchyroll to drop it, because they said, "Hey, 11:45, we've got you. We'll be here. We'll have that covered at that moment in time." We're just kind of holding the room for those who want to either stick around and chat for a minute or hang out with us, or want to going on here. So everything going on. Everyone in chat, you guys just having a good time, or is everyone just super stressed out? It's like, let's bring it down in chat. Let's bring it down a tone. We're all just anxiously waiting for the episode. No reason to be having everything. Stream may be pre-recorded. Man, if I took time to pre-record these things, that might be kind of nice. But at the same time, can you imagine me just answering questions that you guys have, guessing what everyone's going to say? The level of authenticity in this would be absolutely terrible. Yeah, there was so much hype for the episode, and then it dropped a couple minutes later, MDOT. But like, there was no issue I had with anything of them taking time to get things done correctly. I'll be patient with how much amazing content we have, because like, there's still a show that we just finished watching we haven't officially talked about yet. But I'm really excited for when we do actually talk about DC's SA Kai at that moment in time. So super excited to see when we're able to get that information covered for all the lovely viewers who've been hanging out with us, and appreciate each and every one of you who's been coming here. Windbreaker or Tokyo Revengers? Windbreaker.
Yeah, I'm
My
getting ready to
wife
start
has been
Windbreaker.
watching that, and she said it was incredible. I
Yeah,
haven't been able to go ahead and watch that myself, so I'm definitely going to be very, very interested at that moment in time when that comes up. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see when we're able to cover that in its entirety. I think it'll be nice. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's like I watched Tokyo Revengers for like 2 seasons. I just couldn't get past what was going on here. It was such a slow build up. So it was like, it was just not doing the thing for me. What is it? Guys, why are we having these moments? Have y'all read or watched Bleach? I want to read it. Wonder if it's worth it. Bleach is considered one of the top animes of all time. I would at least just take a look just for your own curiosity. If you're ever curious about an anime, buy the manga or buy some of that source material. Start watching on that, like on the paid streaming services. There's so many episodes of Bleach. A lot of good stuff to go ahead and see.
I mean, I recommend any anime. You get into an anime, you want to see what's going on, stuff. Hey, definitely go check it out, watch it, give it first, couple episodes, and if you're not hooked, then maybe it's not for you. I'm not really a big fan of like super slow roll. Like it shouldn't take you seasons to get going. To that, like if you don't have my attention in the first 12 episodes, and I'll give everything the first 12 episodes, I'll go on about my business.
It's like there's so much content out there for everybody that to say or to have people not get to the meat and potatoes of certain things at an early moment in time, that's wild. It's like people can just move on. There's so much good quality content. You can just keep it moving. It'd be like House of the Dragons dropping a boring episode back and forth. And you definitely don't want to have, wish-washy episodes going on over on. Why are we just spamming that? Let's not go ahead and do that. Everyone keep it moving. Windbreaker is all about action. Windbreaker is straight up, these hands are rated E for everybody. And that's basically all I know about it. And for me, who's someone who watched tons of, Dragon Ball Z growing up, I'm all about them action scenes. Give me all that good hands going on as soon as that can absolutely happen. So super exciting to see when that will transpire.
Yeah, I got a
But
lot
with
of.
the episode not dropping for another 2 hours, we're just going to kind of let everyone either hang out or continue to, move on at that moment in time. So we'll see where we're at with that moving forward. And again, friendly reminder last time, do not advertise non paid sites on the chat. The banhammer of justice is unisex, and I will just be removing people. Tanjiro falling the Infinity Castle from the preview picture looks so fire. The animators have been doing an incredible job of doing everything thus far of just the quality overall. Like even some of these fights that most people don't need to necessarily be doing has been fantastic because even last episode we got to see Sanami and Giyu just kind of go at it and have fun. And they were having a fantastic time just going about everything at that moment in time. Tokyo Revengers, it was slow for me, man. It was just slow. It's a good anime. It's just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me, Shady. Like I gave it a good watch. I gave it a good, thing going on. It just didn't hold me, so to speak. It didn't keep me necessarily as gripped as I would have wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shows are really, really high quality. It's really good for a lot of people, but at the same time, it's just not for everyone. Because like some people can watch Jujutsu Kaisen and be absolutely hooked. Hey, that's me. And then other people can like watch other things like Jujutsu Kaisen and be like, I'm just bored by this. Teach their own. That's just the joy of being geeks. Hunter, or Bleach. I have never watched either one. Gonna just come out here now and say I have not watched either. I know the old Hunter slapped, and I know a lot of people are saying it's one I need to check out because it's what it'd be like inside my wheelhouse. But also, a lot of people said the same thing about Bleach, and I'm probably 10 episodes into Bleach and still working my way through it. I enjoy it. It's just not necessarily something that has me like on the edge of my seat, like to come back each and every week because there's other animes I'm trying to watch and keep up with how many good stuff is dropping. Like, yo, even Will is having a hard time keeping with all this great anime that's been dropping. Like, there's
I
just so
mean,
much good stuff.
I got way too many things that I have to do that I can't just sit and watch anime all day. You know, I would love to. Um, so that's why I try to keep up with as much as I can. As I say, I binged through Blue Lock in about I did what I think about 3 days. I just ran through all 24 episodes for that because I wanted to. I heard about the movie coming out, so I wanted to watch it for the movie. And then Windbreaker, I'm probably going to run through in the next 2 days, see what's up with that, and then on to whatever else catch my fancy. There's certain ones that I probably won't do anytime soon, which would be uh, One Piece is 1,000+ episodes. So that can I do it? Yeah, I've already done the math on it. I can get it done in a year if I do like 8 episodes a day every day for the entirety of the
Like,
year.
do we have time for that though? What's the
So
most powerful character in what? SN in what? You got to be specific. But yeah, like 1,000 episodes is so much to just dive into, man. And it's like I've heard it's a great story. The animation looks nice. Luffy is basically cut from the same cloth Goku is. All anime, yo, that's a deep dive treasure trove of characters there. There's so
yeah,
many that are just broken.
there's so many different power scalings that I don't think you can accurately be like, yo, this is like the one above all, so to speak. Like,
I couldn't think of one if I needed to save my life. I know people in chat would love to spam Goku, but he's not even the strongest in his own verse, and he's by a good bit. So yeah, Shinra Banchaman. We all know the strongest character is Bulma for pulling Vegeta. Let's just call that what that is.
you and this Vegeta stuff, man.
Look,
You
you need to put some respect on, the king of all Saiyans. You need to stop what's going on here.
king of what world?
King of his world.
Okay.
Because he's the trophy husband with a brilliant wife, loving family, and he handles
Wait,
business and has never lost to Goku.
I'll say
Come at me.
where's Planet Vegeta at?
That wasn't his fault. He was off planet and he was a child.
Oh, so he wasn't doing his duties, huh? He wasn't protecting
He was
everyone.
5. What
Hey,
do you
well,
expect from this man?
I mean, Broly was 5 and he was putting in work apparently.
Broly
So,
was off planet as well.
but
What
he
are
was
you doing?
putting
Why
in
did you
work
save
at
the
5.
planet?
I want
You
to
know
hear
what
this
Goku was doing
nonsense.
when he was 5? Getting a concussion.
That's
Okay,
right.
come at me.
That's right.
Vegeta was conquering planets. Like if Vegeta had showed up Super Saiyan 1, it would have been over for
He
everybody.
ain't conquer his own planet.
He didn't need to. It wasn't existing at that time.
Yeah, well, that's his
That was
fault.
his dad's fault. He got into business with Frieza. I mean, come on. You met the man. He just had the aura of racism strongly about him. Frieza was on one from jump, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll definitely work for you. Everything's fine." Goku can't be killed by the Death Note. I think Goku would try and eat the Death Note. Let's just put that where it probably should be at that moment in time. So it's definitely something that's super interesting to see. But I mean, just saying, Goku would probably eat that book. I'm not saying he's impervious to it, but like this is why you never open up who's the strongest can of worms in anime, because anime power scaling is broken. Like DC and Marvel is at least semi-realistic at times, and I use the word semi with air quotations because, as Will can attest, as our Marvel head, there's some characters that are just so broken that when you see them, things have gotten a little too real. And then DC is basically anytime Superman finally starts to care enough to do something to save people, that's when you start getting all the insanity that is going on for everybody and for everything. So, problem of comics is the writers. The problem is people writing unrealistic characters because everyone wants to have the strongest character because it's a great claim to fame. So, yeah, that is the biggest issue for me because every character needs to have a weakness, every character needs to have a flaw, and it's like you need to have writers who are like Gigi Akutami from Jujutsu Kaisen. He wrote essentially the strongest character for his verse, and the strongest character within his verse still lost within the anime consistently. So it's like that's some level of realism is like we were able to get so and so because we jumped them at this time and we're able to get them because we did things the right way. It's like, look, power, weakness, made it work. Fantastic. They explained it in a way that was believable for everything else. And then for everyone having a good time in chat with debating the strongest anime character, I'm still saying I don't know nearly enough about some of these animes to really give you guys a good run for your money.
I don't know. I was just gonna redo some of the old animes I used to watch when I was younger.
I just want Zoids to come back out. I think that would absolutely slap.
And Gundam Ronin Warriors was two of my biggest ones that I watched.
Gundam's still currently going. It's just completely different characters like they do every single arc.
Yeah, I need to change it up.
And the easiest way to come on back is just hit that sub button. We'll be back with another stream later on. We're just kind of letting everyone settle down or, maybe going on. Because, I mean, the episode's not out for another 2 hours. I know Will's probably got stuff he has to take care of in the meantime. Probably just hopped on because I was getting bombarded by all you lovely folks. It was a fantastic time trying to keep up with all these exciting comments. You guys got a lot to say. I prefer chats where you guys have a lot to say. It's always more exciting, especially when you come in with strong opinions that can, get me triggered at times. Because Will loves doing that too, where he'll just talk crap about my boy Vegeta, even though you have his Majin symbol on your back. Like you're gonna disrespect a man that you put on your body.
I don't have it on my back no more.
Oh, I forgot you did get that covered up.
I got
Shame.
I got a huge tattoo at work on my back right now.
Is it the Venom tattoo?
Yep.
Yeah, typical Marblehead.
Still a work in progress. Yeah, of course I'd get rid of Vegeta for something Marvel related. It just makes sense.
Even though, would Vegeta be able to just absolutely body Venom?
Nah.
Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
Because he can blow up the planet Venom's on. without landing on the planet? Like, how
Sure.
is
So
Venom touching him if he just shows up outside space, blows up the planet with a one blast? Because Frieza could do that before we even got to the Namek arc, and we are so far past that. It's he would just slap it.
well,
Like, what's
the
Venom gonna do? Trying
symbiotes
to
are a
shatter
hive
him from
mind.
somewhere else?
The symbiotes are a hive mind, which means every symbiote. If Venom was threatened to be destroyed, especially being a god now, and basically taking down
Sorry, comic
King
writers.
Black, it's like, yeah, you're gonna have a lot more to deal with than just
Edison
walking
gets it.
over Venom.
Yeah, it's a clean wipe. It's not a fight. Venom has a sure Venom has a hive mind, but like didn't Venom run away from his own people because he just couldn't do it
You're
anymore? He
still
wasn't
talking
strong
about
enough.
you're still talking about base Venom. Let's say that because if you're gonna bring Vegeta, you're gonna bring Vegeta in with everything that Vegeta's got. Of course, everything that Vegeta's earned up until this time. You got to read up on Venom and everything that Venom has earned up to this time to make an accurate assessment. I still
Venom is my
haven't
favorite
gone through.
character of all. See, it's not
Hey,
biased.
I'm a huge Venom fan, but I don't think it's not going to be just a wipe and stuff like that. Like I literally got to sit down and yeah, he is cosmic now, so you got to put all that stuff together and then figure out what's
Cosmically
the
bodied,
process.
Ultra Ego Vegeta will slap him. I'm just saying.
You can
This is
say
like the
whatever you
only thing
like.
I'm super adamant about because like we know DBZ verse can probably walk in to Marvel and just have a absolutely sleeper fight until like Marvel's like, okay, can we get the Watcher in here, please? And we have to see what happens like when you put the Watcher against Omni King. Because that would be entertaining, but like it wouldn't actually be a fight because both would probably like either snap or think something, and then everybody's universe is just nothingness. And it's like, well, that was a whole lot of nothing. So that's the fun thing about comics and anime is like there's so many stuff trying to accurately power scale. So many characters are just absolutely insanely broken. Nothing is ever fully fleshed out or fully formed anymore. It's like every character is just being completely broken. Yeah, comparing characters from different media is just tough. It's not easy to do. It's not accurate to do because like we have tried different series of things where we would discuss ultimately like you can sit here and try and break down who would win, but unless you have like the technology or the brain power to make sure everything works out through, say, let's say, what is it? Is it what is it? Team Death Battle? What is it? What's their channel where they actually
No,
break the science on it?
yeah, the death battle stuff.
Yeah, it's like unless you have the technology, the brain power, or the minds to make that stuff work, like it's impossible. And I'm not smart enough. I'll just throw that out there easily and openly for everyone to readily agree with. Like I love my boy Vegeta, but like you put him up in certain situations, he probably could not take out Shadow the Hedgehog unless we include his new power up. In which case it's semi closer, but like the Sonic verse is broken. Like the Powerpuff Girls could body Homelander. Like make that make sense. But it just kind of is what it is. Like, would the Powerpuff Girls be able to take out Omni Man? I don't know. Could not tell you. Yes, chaos control is the biggest issue. Like, I don't see Vegeta getting past it, and I love him, but I'm not. I'm not arrogant about it. It's like I get there are limitations to characters, and certain things just
Well, certain
can't
characters
be.
don't have limitations either, so it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? So now there's different scaling. If you go in and everything is known off rip, so at that, then fights can go one sided so easily. So at that, like if you go in automatically knowing, okay, Venom is, Venom don't do well with sound or fire, so at that it's like, well, that's a bunch of stuff against him. You tell that to anybody he's fighting, so at that, it's a wrap for most for most cases. So that it's like you just encase him in any of the above, and he's stuck. Like there's nothing's gonna happen.
Like Vegeta just has to shoot like an industrial building that has gasoline nearby, and Venom can melt. And it's just like,
Oh, no,
okay, that's a problem.
he'll be in pain. He'll retreat. Like Like, he's gonna leave because he's not gonna stay. Like, he's going to leave.
I would
Vegeta.
say though that'd be fun though if Venom took over Vegeta's
I would
body
say
and like
Vegeta's
fused.
that
That would
that
be
that's
awesome.
Venom's best freaking thing would be to appeal to his ego. He would appeal to Vegeta's ego and stuff like that,
Which we
and
have
bond
seen
with
work
him
so many
so
times.
many times, and bond with Vegeta and stuff like that, and give him another level of stuff. But then freaking doing that also um, gives Venom more abilities, so like that, because again it learns from its host. So
Because seeing them like if they fuse together perfectly, so it's not up on Crunchyroll, guys. It's just not there. It won't be for another few hours. So you know they took the time with the animation quality to make everything good. So I can't be mad at it. The only thing I can be mad at is myself for not checking Twitter because I don't have Twitter for when the episode was going to drop. I didn't see anything drop on any of the other social media sites as well pertaining to like Facebook or Instagram pertaining to it. And I didn't message my boy Will, who's got all that good insider information that we needed. So the episode won't be dropping for another basically 2 hours. So
yeah, you woke me up. I was like, okay, what's up? What's
I
happening?
woke you up at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
I'm usually up late on Saturdays.
What are you doing? Is that any of my
I'm
business?
I'm usually having conversations and talking with a lot of people. It's pretty much my catch up day for catch up with a couple of my friends and seeing what's going on. So
You were gaming. Just say you were gaming.
no, actually, I wasn't.
No, because I
I
was
haven't had.
gaming last night, but I still got up early because I wanted to hang out with you, lovely Geek Variants folks.
I was actually trying to figure out what I was gonna play going forward. Um,
Genshin's dropping their new game this week. It's free. It's supposed to be dropping on 4th of July this Thursday.
Zenless Zone Zero. I seen that some kind of gunplay thing.
Yeah.
Muzan is a bastard. He-
I still need someone to just have that whole shadow scene of him entering to the for the Master moonwalked with
oh
the Michael Jackson hat.
well,
That would
I was already
mm,
somebody did something like that already. But no, I definitely saw the opening part of this episode. Like I already seen how some of the animation is, and like it looks great. So there was just like a little 5 second clip. So I was just like, oh, why? When I was searching for the times and stuff. So like, yeah, this is definitely going to be on one whenever it drops. I'm excited to see it.
friendly reminder: no links in the chats. None. Only paid streaming services. That's the only thing we're watching through. That will be it. So everybody else, don't be doing that. Nosuke was eating fish and got sent to the castle. Obviously, where else would Inosuke be doing? Would he be doing anything smart or prevalent at that time? So, just friendly reminder. That's just how Inosuke is. That's how he handles his business. You can't fight a demon king on an empty stomach. Okay. Even Goku and Luffy and Naruto know this. But also, I don't know what's in Naruto's ramen, but man, does that just look good. I have no idea what you said, Maru. I'm not even going to attempt that. My English is bad, so adding another language into the mix, not gonna be good. I'm curious how he got his swords back. The power of perseverance. Oh, Ben 10's Alien X. Yes, Ben 10 is broken. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
Ben 10 is ridiculous.
Like, I don't know how and I don't know why, but yet at the same time, like the anime, I mean, not the, well, it wasn't really an anime, the cartoon, I just couldn't get into it. There was nothing about it that I was like sold on. But, each their own. And then everyone's out here arguing about what time the movies are going to be dropping. And also, yeah, manga is very, very much real, guys. Like, I know how everything is going to play out in this show. I'm not dropping spoilers for anybody. Be like that. Don't spoil things for people who don't want to know things. Will avidly wants to know what's going on in this anime.
I
I
will
don't let him
fight
do
you
that.
if you drop a spoiler from me, Brant. I swear.
Inosuke is your dad. Spoiler.
Well, I still think Zenitsu is better than Inosuke, but.
How could you say such things, sir?
I mean, I believe.
Zenitsu has spent more time crying than fighting.
Okay. How much work has been done thanks to freaking Zenitsu?
Like 2 fights.
Yeah, two huge fights. All right, he's out there putting in
And he
freaking
was
work.
asleep for them. He was unconscious.
I mean, that's fine. All right, let's so all right. The spider. When they did the spider demon fight, how many did Inosuke take out
Just a
of the?
few.
Huh?
Just a few.
Of the big bads, like the big bosses.
Didn't he only take out one and then Tanjiro finished the rest?
He got saved
It's
by
been a while
Giyu.
since I've seen that arc.
He got saved by Giyu when the dad spider was working on him. So that was Zenitsu taking damage and still did his thing. He handled business and got his dead. So props to him for that one.
I will also say it's absolutely incredible that the anime voice in Japanese of Zenitsu is the same person who voiced Dabi. Like that still baffles my mind every single time I think about it. Because like Dabi's vocals and then Zenitsu's vocals, nowhere near the same when you hear it. But at the same time, wild. This is not the last season. This is just the last probably televised season because everything will be a
I,
movie moving forward.
I think the way they're gonna do it is so they'll finish this season and then they're gonna drop the movies in theaters
Which
and
will
then
put our
after.
butts in theaters happily over.
So they usually drop in the like late winter, so they're like February time frame. So they drop around that time, and then when May rolls around, they'll drop either the season or some stuff in relation to it, or the movie as itself. They'll drop it probably again in May, and that'll either count as a season or they'll add some stuff onto it so that you still continue to watch the season. It'll be something. There may be some in between stuff, some filler stuff, but all the Infinity Castle stuff will take place during the movies, and we may get some side stuff during the season. So it's like what's happening, uh, any weapons being made, any of the other demon slayers going to work, anybody who's not present for something. I don't know. They can kind of play around with it however they want to. But it's a chance that this could be the last one. But I don't know. It's just there's too much money on the table, so to speak, for them not to,
Capitalize on their last
because
hoorah
they're
with
gonna
this.
put it in theaters early to get money and stuff, and then they're gonna release it normally because not everybody's going to the theaters. So they'll drop it in theaters, and then they're gonna drop the movie on the streaming services. Like it's got to be.
Because like it'll be this season, the 3 movies, that's it. There's nothing for post anything that happens in the manga right now. The author hasn't even teased that idea. So it's like once these movies are over, that's it. Demon Slayer is it. It's not like Dragon Ball Z where it's like, yeah, this is over. All right, like 5 years later, hey, we kind of made more stuff. Come check it out, kind of thing. Where it's just gonna be one big hoorah, make all their money, sleep good with it, and that'll be it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible how they're going to do it. So I think Edison's kind of onto it. Yeah, they definitely do. Again, movie plots, some extras and stuff. Yeah, everyone's entering the castle to fight, but what's to say that they can't explain something else, or what's to say that they can't cut to something beforehand? So we see them entering the castle, like, but if there's something leading up to them entering the castle and they want to drop them in, I don't know. Like they're doing the training, so it's into the Hashira training arc right now. So we're seeing everything that's going on with the training. So if they just, depending on how they do it, if they just immediately drop everyone in, fine. If they fast forward time and be like, okay, we finished our training, and then they get dropped into the castle, then that gap of time in between there, we may find out something that goes on, and they could explain whatever it is, and it could be like a mini 8 episodes of something else. So whatever they want to do, I
The
don't know.
episode will be dropping in about an hour and 45 minutes. Everyone who is asking, King Slither, it does come out today. It's just 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 2:45 Eastern Standard Time in the United States. How that translates to everyone else's time, I do not know. You'll have to take that and look at everything that is going on here. So apologies for those who 11:45, big thing directly under me. That'll be where we're taking a look at everything. We're just kind of wrapping things up and holding the room for those who want to stay and chat. Um, at the same time, if you guys have other things going on, we'll be back later on for that live stream. I don't know how much longer we'll be here. As long as you guys are avidly chatting, might be here for a bit longer, but nothing maybe too crazy at that time. And yeah, you saw it right, Can. You saw it right. How's it going on? Look, we needed that Michael Jackson walk. I'm just saying, Edison. If Muzan had moonwalked his way in there at midnight with the moon fully out, it was going to be crazy. And yeah, last week was 8:45 a.m. They pushed it back. I was officially on Twitter, shared it earlier in the chat for each and every person because my boy Will let me know when the episode was dropping because I was not aware that they had decided to push it back. So that was entirely my fault. That's on me, guys. That's my bad. That's I messed that one up. That's on me. I can hold that L for a good long while now. Not gonna go ahead and blame that on anything else. It is not on Crunchyroll now. It is not. It will be up later on today, but that is where we will be watching it as our paid streaming.
All right. So Tamayo, like we could see some stuff. So like if they decide to show, because again, if everybody gets pulled into the castle at the end of this, the next season could be showing Shinobu, like her and Tamayo and whatever they were doing to get ready for this fight because they're off doing something. That could be a whole season in itself. Just focus on that. Again, I don't know what happens in the manga. I don't know what happens with this next episode and how it goes on, but there's little things that they can do to explain or to justify having another season, at least for one more season, depending on how they want to run it. But yeah, we could get a Tamayo backstories with that. You could do that in the season. We could get, how everybody was changed and end up in the position that they end up in now. We can get more information on whatever was Zenitsu's going through something. Last episode, Zenitsu was going through something. I don't know if it's going to be explained going forward.
It's mostly been already explained.
So that say again.
It's already been explained. It's just you have to put all the pieces together because they've left all the breadcrumbs for everyone to.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following the breadcrumbs for a bit, so I've got an idea. I was on to it already when we talked about it last time, so that. But are they gonna explain anything more? Do they want to? Like I said, they can have to. Yeah, they can let people figure it out themselves with it, or they can just now you got them to a certain point. Now we'll go ahead and let you know this is what it is and justify that. Oh, you were right, you were wrong, whatever the case may be. So there's options. If they want to do more seasons, there are options.
It will be in the film, Dars. It will be in the film. When they released the new poster for the Infinity Castle arc, there was 5 demons shown. It was Muzan, Doma, Kokushibo, Akaza, and the girl with the guitar. So technically 6, and then there was Kaigaku.
Nahime, is that her?
I think it's Nahime. I'm terrible with her name, even though I've read it. I just always forget her name because to me she's forgettable, but to a lot of people, really interesting. I think she's a well done character. It just doesn't interest me that much.
Nakime.
So it's like there were 6 people shown, counting Muzan. So it's like it'll be wild when that moment does happen. So until that moment officially happens on screen, I think there's a lot of people who continue to speculate and enjoy all that kind of stuff. But so again, do not drop a link in chat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
So Kukushibo's backstory.
Yeah, because are you looking at backstories? Because you're gonna spoil things for yourself.
No, I'm not looking. I know the characters. Mm-hmm. So like his stuff still needs to be explained. It'll be either be explained during the movies or it'll be explained um in some kind of backstory thing. Well, I'm trying to think any other characters and stuff like that. If they wanted to go back and they wanted to explain past Hashiras at any point in time,
I don't think there'd be much fruit in it, but they'll have to for at least number one. That
it
one will be the one where they have to explain what's going on. They need to
so
explain how he became the
again,
number one.
I'm just spitballing. Like they can do whatever they want to do, however they want to do it, but there are options. How lucrative those options will be, how much payoff we'll get for those options remains to be seen. But there are options that they can utilize if they want to continue dropping seasons.
I
Um,
if they really want to go for the money grab, then yeah. But as
I
far
think one more season would make sense. I think one more would make sense.
because this wasn't even necessarily supposed to be a season. Like
Yeah,
this is like a blip in the in
you
like the
honestly,
manga.
you could have done this in the movie. You could have made a 2 hour movie for the Hashira training arc and got through all this, and it would have been no problem. Like I would have pieced it out and been like, hey yo, here's a movie. So like I would have said it like kind of like Avengers. So it was like this into the Hashira, so at that, Infinity Castle, Final Battle, whatever. Just give the thing titles so like that and spread it out, but just do all the animation for it and just keep dropping it. Like
And then I've stated several times, it's in the thing directly under me. 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time will be when the episode drops, at least pertaining to the good old United States, which is about to celebrate yet another birthday on Thursday. So that being said, everything else don't really have too much else going to discuss as far as like the arcs are concerned. I really am interested to see how much of Doma's story that they're actually going to cover because Doma's a twisted individual. So when we finally see the person who's literally been tormenting Akaza, like to the level that he's been at, and Akaza is everyone's least favorite demon right now because of what happened with Rengoku. Like to have someone more
mm,
evil than him, yeah, things are gonna be wild. So
I
it's
wouldn't
definitely
say he's my least favorite.
which demon is your least favorite?
I don't know if I have a least favorite freaking off rip. So that everybody kind of served their purpose, but I loved his fighting style and everything that he was doing. Even though like Rengoku's my dude, don't get me wrong. That was my favorite Hashira stuff. So hey, I take it for what it is. But that fight, that fight made me appreciate, that entire thing, like him going at it. Like I'll give props to him. Doma is like annoying right now. I haven't really seen anything, so I don't know what he's capable of. So it's
Quick
kind of hard.
question for you, Galaxy. Am I sure what time it's dropping? This time I'm very sure when it's dropping. It's like, but I don't know why you'd ask. I tell you, and then you'd be like, "Are you sure?" Like that. Why would you ask if you're not going to be certain that the information I'm going to give you is reliable? Just leaving that out there. It'll be on Crunchyroll at 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is when that episode will be out in the good old United States. And yes, I know people are saying you watched the episode. In your time zone, it could be out, but it's not out here. It's not on our paid streaming services. So I'm not going to speak to anything with any clarity or volume pertaining to that. That's all. I'll leave that at. So very excited to see when this episode does drop. It'll be another hour and some change, guys. Easiest way to keep track of when we'll be watching live, hitting that sub button, follow on Twitch, whatever the case may be. Entirely your preference of watching things. You were watching the trailer again?
I mean, the trailer's good.
I was gonna say it's like anytime you put on those headphones, I know you're not listening to me. You're just tuning me out.
No, I'm checking different things for that because I don't want a bunch of stuff coming through the mic as well. That because I'm on a different computer pulling up different things. So I'm trying to look and just kind of see what else is coming out that I want to keep track of. As far
Yeah,
as
there's a
anime,
trailer for the Infinity Castle already came out, Dar. It's on Crunchyroll's official Twitter. I'm sure YouTube also has it up there somewhere because there people work fast online. Like you could post something and within 30 seconds someone has like a reactionary trailer and you're like, how in the world did you do this? Like your reactionary trailer is like 5 minutes. And you're like, oh yeah, some people get information early because if you get a large enough channel, thanks to the viewers, then sometimes people will be like, hey, I'm going to throw you a bone, make it work on how everything is happening. So and some people will give you misinformation, Galaxy. Some people give you misinformation. Just is what it is. The information for Crunchyroll will be 11:45 a.m. That's the paid streaming service. That's the one that has the exclusive contract rights, to my understanding, within the United States. So they'll definitely be at that time. So they posted on their official Twitter that it will be at that time. So, like, ultimately, don't be dropping links, Rasul. Don't you dare. Don't be that guy. I'm watching chat. And a lot of people, yep, you've probably already seen it. In the United States, we have not seen it. Is there anything else you really wanted to discuss with these viewers, Will? Or shall we take our quick little break and then come back with another live stream later on for Demon Slayer?
I'm good for whatever you want to do there, boss.
I was gonna say, like, chat seems to be mostly quieting down at this moment in time. So if you guys want to go ahead and hit that lovely red subscribe button, greatly helps out the channel. Hopefully soon we'll be closer to that 1,000 subscriber giveaway, thanks to you guys, the viewer. And it'll be easiest way of finding us later on to discuss all things Demon Slayer when the finale does drop in the good old United States. That being said, I've been Brent. This has been my boy Chaos, completely disrespecting Vegeta. I see how it is. Still appreciate you though. I'll see you guys in the next one.